I didn't say this in the first service, and I probably shouldn't say it in the second service. But it's something that's been on my mind for the last 3 or 4 days. And then I get disturbed. I get disturbed when I listen to the television. Some of you won't agree with me, and that's all right. This is what I believe, okay? The pharmacist that shot the young man. That young man was not a threat to him any longer. And yet people write in and say he was protecting himself. Protecting himself from what? A man that was on the ground, a boy who was on the ground, already been shot, with no idea of shooting him again. And yet I listen to what comes in on talk radio. I listen to the rants on TV. And what people have to say. And we call ourselves a Christian nation. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, folks. You see, that's culture speaking. That's culture that is speaking. And that's the third idea, that culture has dimmed the light of Jesus in our lives. That's culture speaking. It says an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Remember what Jesus said. You heard it said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you. Jesus drives it one step further. You love your enemies. You pray for those who persecute you. You work with those who have done harm to you. Has culture so dimmed what it means to be a disciple of Jesus Christ that we have forgotten? I don't know. These are questions I'm asking myself today. Questions I'm asking myself. What does the light of Jesus mean? And are there other situations out there, glitz and glamour, and popular opinion, that cause us to have our light of Christ dimmed just a little bit? I was very proud of some of your church staff the other day. It was around Easter time. It was the week of Holy Week, actually. There was a band concert that was on Thursday night at 7 or 7:30 on Holy Thursday. School had every right to set that time and that date. I believe in separation of church and state, okay? I believe in that. School had every right to do that. So we had a staff member who wrote an email to one of the band directors and said, look, we know it's band content, we know it's a concert, we know what time it starts. Our church is having a Holy Thursday service at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. That's in conflict with the band concert that our kids are to be. So that creates for them a decision. 2 or 3 other folks wrote an email, and the band concert was moved to a different time, same night, where they could participate in those. Is that the light of Jesus? To say, hey, for us as a Christian, that's an important time. Thursday of Holy Week is an important time. That's a part of our religious bringing upbringing. It's tough to stand up for what you believe. It's easy. It's easy to put the 10 Commandments on the lawn of the state capitol. But it's tough to live the life of Jesus. It's easy to talk about putting the Ten Commandments back in the school for moral purposes. But it's tough to let the light of Jesus shine in our lives. You see, it's the light of Jesus that binds us together. It's the light of Jesus that made a difference in the life of Peter in order for him to stand up and preach. It's the light of Jesus that makes a difference in this community, to make a difference with the least and the last and the lost. It's being a disciple of Jesus Christ that makes a difference to reach out and touch others. That's the light that binds us together. And yet there are artificial lights out there that are constantly trying to dim the light of Jesus in your life. And it's easy for us to fall into it just one step at a time. Because it's tough to go against the culture. It's tough to swim upstream against an idea that our children have a softball tournament or a golf tournament or a basketball tournament or a soccer tournament or an archery tournament on Sunday morning. It's tough for us to say, wait a minute, our son's not going to go, our daughter's not going to go to this place. Because that's a day of worship for Christians. And I'm a Christian. We say that's tough because if we say no to that coach, sorry coaches that are here, if we say no to that coach, they'll take it out on our kid. And that's not fair. You're right, it's not fair. Jesus never said it was going to be fair to be a disciple. What would happen? What would happen if all of the parents who live and have the light of Christ in their life call the coach up and say, sorry coach, I don't care what the schedule says, we're not going to be there. What would happen? Might be a lot of fun to try sometime though. But see, it takes all of those with the light of Christ that binds them together. That's what causes change. When people are bound together with the light of Jesus, when we are disciples of Jesus and live out that discipleship, that's what makes a difference. That's what makes a difference. And no organization can swim upstream against it and succeed. I believe. In the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.